Hello, my name is Emilio Callejas. I'm from Campus Laguna and I'm gonna be talking about my experiences with the gender course. Well, first of all, I must admit that when I came into the course, I didn't have a lot of expectations. I didn't know what it was gonna be about. I didn't even know if I was gonna like it. But as the course went by and I started to read the topics and understand more what it was all about, I started to realize that it was about very important topics and topics that I didn't even know. For example, I didn't know about gentrification. I didn't know that the gender gap was so big, and I had a lot of misconceptions that, well, before the course, I thought that they were just normal. For example, I didn't know, did you know that gentrification basically is a way to decide, well, not decide, to put into context the different advantages or rather disadvantages that people have just for existing, just for being from a separate group. Like, for example, well, if you are African descendant person, well, you have a disadvantage historically because of your race. And if you're a African descendant person and also you are in a poor socioeconomical state, you're gonna have way more of a disadvantage. And even more if you're a woman, even more maybe if you're Jewish, and well, more if you're from the LGBTQ community. So these topics help me just realize and open my scope to the problems and issues that Mexico we have as a country. I tried very hard to make a lot of investigations and make the problems as real as possible, and I tried to link them to things that I could do to change, and you can do it too. If you took this course or you will ever take this course, well, I highly recommend you to really put yourself into it and try to make a change. Because, for example, did you know that 70% of all women in Mexico from the ages 15 and up have suffered from violence? I don't think that's a number that we like. We all have sisters, we all have mothers, and we all have people that we care about, women that we care about. And for example, right now I'm walking in the dark. I would hope that every woman would be able to do this and not be fearful or not be in danger of a very reasonable attack. Mexico is a very violent place, and we should do something to change that. In this course, I also learned that it's not about our country. We worked with international students from Brazil, and they taught us not only about the violence that women suffer, but also about the violence that African descendant women suffer, especially in Brazil. I learned that the budget for fighting against gender crime in Brazil has been lowered so drastically that there has been like almost a non-existent budget for those types of issues, and that's something that I don't feel that's good. That's something that this course puts into perspective to the people that can make a change, because I feel like students from Tec de Monterrey can actually make a change. So after all, what I learned in this course is that these are not topics to be taken lightly. These are topics that we as a society should be putting our whole attention in, so that we can someday end all gender inequalities and